I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Thursday, February 15th. Quincy school officials are working to reduce the number of students who are chronically absent from school. Officials say they're embarking on several different campaigns to help students who face difficulties in getting to classes, including an incentive program for good attendance and intervention programs for students and families who face challenges that may include transportation, language barriers, or financial hardships. An existing program in the middle school level provides students with good attendance the chance to win prizes and Boston Celtics items. Officials say chronic absenteeism is highest among Hispanic and Latino students and lowest among Asian students. Absentee rates have been dropping, but overall, 15% of students in grades 1 through 8 were considered chronically absent last year, meaning they missed at least 18 days of school. A jury is now in its fourth day of deliberations in the retrial of Emmanuel Lopes, the man charged with murder in the killings of a police sergeant and a bystander in 2018. So far, the Second Norfolk Superior Court jury considering the charges over the death of Weymouth Police Sergeant Michael Chestnut and Vera Adams has been hung just like the first one. Yesterday morning, Judge Beverly Canone denied a request from the defendant's lawyers to declare another mistrial and sent the jury to continue deliberations. They had not deliberated on Tuesday because of the storm. The prosecution and defense gave their closing arguments in the retrial last Thursday. The jury began deliberating. If found guilty, Lopes faces life in prison. Canone declared a mistrial in the original proceedings back in July when the original jury was unable to reach a unanimous decision after 3 weeks of testimony and days of deliberation. Residents in Milton voted no yesterday on a controversial new plan that encourages the development of multifamily housing in areas of the town near public transit. A total of 177 communities are subject to the requirements of the MBTA Communities Law, which was passed in January 2021 under the administration of former Governor Charlie Baker, with near unanimous support from the state legislature. The law requires T communities to establish multifamily zoning no more than half a mile from a commuter rail station, ferry terminal, or bus station, and the zoning districts must have no age restrictions and must be sustainable for families with children. The Mattapan Trolley Line runs along Milton's northern boundary with Boston. In December, town meeting in Milton approved zoning changes that allow for more multifamily housing so the town could comply with the new law. But a grassroots campaign that opposed an article that was passed in town meeting drew thousands of signatures, setting up yesterday's special election. Governor Healy has already threatened to cut state funding if Milton voted no. Expressing uncertainty about the future of safety net hospitals owned by Steward Healthcare, Public Health Commissioner Robbie Goldstein said yesterday that state overseers will expand their monitoring of all 9 Steward facilities by next week in their bid to protect patient safety and quality. The Department of Public Health surveyors added Carney Hospital in Dorchester and Morton Hospital in Taunton to their list of monitoring visits this week as Steward grapples with major financial problems that have prompted fears about potential facility closures. Monitors are evaluating staffing levels, services, supplies, and equipment to assess that the hospital has what it needs and is required to have to deliver safe and high-quality care in each of those facilities. Dozens of alleged gang members who inflicted violence on the streets of Boston in recent years are behind bars after investigators say they bragged about murders in text messages and music videos, which ultimately led to federal drug, gun, and financial fraud charges being filed against them. Indictments and criminal complaints unsealed yesterday in federal court charge more than 40 individuals affiliated with the Heath Street Gang with racketeering, conspiracy, drug offenses, even COVID fraud. The Heath Street gang's been operating in and around the Mildred C. Haley apartments in Jamaica Plain for many years, using it as a point for drug trafficking activities and establishing drug distribution networks through Massachusetts, Maine, and California. In addition to the arrests and investigation that included Boston police, the ATF and Homeland Security led to the seizure of over 60 firearms used in an array of shootings. The defendants charged in the cases are also alleged to have been involved in a trio of murders. A check of business news this morning. Stocks bounced back. The Dow was up 151 points. The Nasdaq rose 203, and the S&P added 47. Shares rose in Europe and Asia. The dollar's down. The euro is up. Oil at $76 a barrel. Sports, big win for the Celtics over the Nets, 136-86, as they head into the All-Star break. Bruins host the Seattle Kraken tonight at 7. The National Weather Service forecast. For today, partly cloudy, breezy, high of 38. For tonight, some scattered snow showers and a low of 20. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy, high of 36. More snow showers on Saturday, the high of 35. Sunday, partly cloudy, high 32. Out on the water, waves about 2 feet, west wind 10 to 15, gusting to 25 knots, high tide 3:45 p.m. Sunrise 6:40, set at 5:15. I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Thursday, February 15th.